The reviews and interactions we've had with customers think it's a good idea. They think it's convenient. They like the fact that it's here.
This man is talking about a vending machine at this fresh value store in Pell City, Alabama. A very common type of grocery store convenience. The sort of spot near an exit where you can grab a quick snack, make a copy of a key, and pick up some scratch-off tickets. Or, for those in need of a slightly more aggressive impulse buy than a Mountain Dew, how about some bullets?
When I first saw it, I thought somebody was punking me on Facebook, how are you allowing this in our city, Mr. Tyner? And I'm going like, well, first of all, this is the first I'm hearing about it. And second of all, I don't like it at all.
That's the city council president of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where since last November at another fresh value store, a bullet vending machine has been placed by its door too. Now these ammunition vending machines at these grocery stores are the brainchild of American Rounds, an automated ammo sales company that even sounds like something you would call your average American. In this promo video they dropped back in January on YouTube, you can see the first of these machines being installed at that Pell City grocery store right between a Coinstar knockoff and some really on-the-nose Bang energy drinks.
We're getting ammo!
Now, American Rounds Express automated ammo dispensers require a little bit more work to retrieve some 9mm Luger bullets than some chocolate-coated peanut rounds. As observed by the Associated Press, federal law requires someone who wants to buy shotgun and rifle ammo to be 18 years of age, and 21 years of age to buy handgun ammo. And anyone who wants to use one of these bullet vending machines has to be at least 21. Thus, the company's website notes these machines have built-in AI, card scanning, and facial recognition software. You've got to dip your card inside and give the thing a very nice smile to verify your age and identity. Oh, speaking of identity, that guy you heard up top is the COO of American Rounds.
Sales have been steady and strong at all the locations we've launched so far, and hopefully it just continues that trend.
Steady and strong is one way of putting it. At that Tuscaloosa store, that fresh value manager confirmed to local news that plenty of people have gawked at these things, but they've only had 4 sales in 7.5 months. Those are like Marmite sales numbers for a grocery store in Alabama. And as this Second Amendment supporter outside of the Pell City location told local news, a relatively frictionless bullet buying experience could, well, use a little bit of friction.
If you're a responsible person, you don't mind walking up to a counter and saying, hey, I need some 380 ammo or I need some 410 ammo. And if it takes you an extra second or two, so be it. You're dealing with something that can take someone's life. So I think that's not too much of a price to ask.
We know we've got a problem with guns and people that have guns, I should say. So why make it more convenient to buy ammunition?
Now, it's worth pointing out that grocery stores in the United States have long been on the receiving end of bullets, and not in a wholesale sense. Given the deadly mass shootings that have unfolded at places like a Walmart in El Paso in 2019, a King Soopers supermarket in Boulder in 2021, and a Tops Friendly Markets location in Buffalo in 2022. 3 acts of gun violence that left more than 10 people dead in each case. Experts have long observed that here in the USA, there are more guns than people, and aside perhaps from wading into the thorny issue of whether to clap when the plane lands, there's hardly a more fraught political issue in America than gun control. Though according to one recent Pew survey, 60% of American adults think that gun violence is a very big national problem, 61% think it's too easy to legally obtain a gun, and 58% want stronger gun laws. The National Rifle Association, of course, has long pushed this idea that guns don't kill people kill people. Though physically speaking, the bullet certainly plays a role. And earlier this year, The Trace, a publication dedicated to investigating American gun violence, covered the concept of bullet control, observing that in much of the country, you can simply walk into a store and buy a box of ammo, no questions asked. The kind of thing that our bullet boy here actually notes his machines do a better job of handling.
One thing that you don't get in traditional retailers when it comes to ID verification is, depending on the store employee, a lot of times a person's not carded to begin with or ask for their ID.
While bullets were once regulated after the high-profile political assassinations of the 1960s, many of those regulations were repealed under the Reagan administration in the 1980s. And the Center for American Progress still believes that robust regulation of ammo is a critical component of reducing gun violence in the USA. Now, one place that's changed its stance on ammunition is that Fresh Value supermarket in Tuscaloosa, which last week removed their bullet vending machine from its perch next to the Amigo Value Shopper. Not due to safety concerns, but because of poor sales. American Rounds nevertheless thanked this grocery store for its support, and the company hasn't ruled out putting another one of these machines somewhere else in town. In fact, the company claims it's got deals to put more of these things in more states. Its website lists some other stores in Oklahoma, and as you can see in this video from Tuesday, a place called Lowe's Market in Canyon Lake, Texas, just outside San Antonio, has got one of their own too. Store employees from this grocery store told local news their vending machine was installed because it's what their clientele was interested in. And even though this particular market is less than 200 yards away from a middle school, if you really need some ammo, well, I guess you could give this thing a shot. I'm Greg Ott, and this is your daily news refresh. We put out new, weird, and interesting news stories each and every day. Give us a like and a hot subscribe to get more stuff like this in your feed. And let us know what you think of this video in the comments. Do we need more bullet vending machines or more cheese vending machines like that one they just installed in Philadelphia? At the very least, one certainly sells stuff that tastes better than the other.